We'll do it live. F it.
We sure will. We sure will. Ryan kicked off the show as I was mid-sentence. We're just full of go, We're ready.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do anything. I've never done anything wrong.
You said get going, so that's what I did.
It's true. We were ready to go. It's been a day. Dre. Me and Spencer and Mitch from DNVR Golf took 500 swings at a potential hole-in-one on number 17 at the Valley of Fun, and did not get one. Closest we got was like 4 inches. Turns out getting a hole-in-one very hard.
Yeah, I took joy looking at those videos on Twitter from time to time throughout my day as I took little breaks, and I saw you and the boys pursuing your own white whale,
It was like a 10,000 to 1 type of thing. But we had 500 chances at it. You'd think if you had 500 chances at a white whale, you could hit one, but turns out
that's what I'm
white whales,
I'll be able
each
to
one
do.
exists in its own vortex.
So true. Yep.
Speaking of
yes, wide gap.
We're just wide gap. We're a little out of sorts today. We don't have the big threes on graphics. That was my decision, so we could get this thing rolling. The people are waiting. They want their winners. The Avs are losing.
Yep.
It's just a lot. There's a lot of things going on right now.
There's a lot going on.
Let me start here with you, Dre. The Avs down 2-0 after 1. Everyone is mad about the way they're playing. They all think they suck. Do you like the value on plus 255?
I know. I've been back and forth. Honestly, I kind of feel like they don't care tonight, and it's a stay away.
Zach is lying, but Henry Henry is telling the truth. I believe that.
Oh, wow, crazy having to sniff out the lies and the truth in the comments.
I know, right? It's unbelievable. Well, why don't we sniff out the lies or the truths? Are the Avs garbage tonight and they're going to get just waxed? Or are they going to come back and make this thing a game?
I kind of feel like it's a JoJo, no one cares night.
Okay, all right. Just let it go. Let it go. I kind of feel the same way. Like, every part of me wants to hit that plus 255.
I know.
And I just haven't watched the game, and on Twitter everyone is just losing their mind. AJ's going after Nathan McKinnon. I'm like, oh god, this is not good. This is not good, boys. Cale Makar has 0 shots through 1.
Yep.
We're gonna need that
also
to change.
0 points. Yeah, not great, Bob.
So okay, well, let's hope this is not a harbinger of things to come. Because we've got other picks to give out. Why don't you give us your non-Avs picks? If you wanted the Avs picks, which may or may not turn out to be disastrous, you needed to tune into the first leg. But we got Nugs and Rocks picks for you in the big 3. So what do we got, Dre?
Yeah, and I mean, worth pointing out, the pod, when you subscribe, those picks have gone 116 and 64 since we have the pod. So I highly recommend subscribing. So non-Avs picks, we have Zion Williamson over 3.5 assists. That's actually down, but they're not playing yet, so I'm sure we'll have props back up in just a second. The juice was a very modest minus 124. I love that matchup. I hate when people say they never lie, because that in and of itself is a lie.
Yeah. But maybe Hank does have that. What's the movie? Is it like Esperanza or something about the girl who can't lie?
Oh, I was thinking of the Jim Carrey classic Liar, Liar.
Oh, no, that's the opposite. But then doesn't he get right? He gets a
exactly yes
thing where he can't lie.
He can't lie. Then
Henry is such a pure soul that I'd believe it if he'd never lied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with
I've never lied to you guys, and except I kind of did this morning. I told you we're getting in on MPJ 2.5 threes. No matter what, they hadn't hit the slate yet. and those you know what down there in Vegas have decided to throw us a curveball. Yeah. And they've moved it from 2.5 threes to 3.5 threes. Trey, I thought they would just move the juice first. Like, I thought it was going to go to like minus 165, and I would have been like, that's fine, I'm hitting it. But no, they've moved it from 2.5 threes to 3.5 threes.
3.5. They've
given us positive juice. It's plus 138.
Plus value, yes.
I want to bet my house on this, but I have noticed that whenever a prop moves up for the first time, it feels like it never hits.
Never, Ryan. And yeah, times they are changing. It's really true.
So what are we doing here? Are we trusting MPJ? Are we moving this to points?
I mean, I was excited to see it move because I couldn't wait to ask you about this, Ryan. It sounds like you're leaning heavily with not taking it.
No, I want to take it.
In fact, it almost sounds like gun to your head if you were doing under a lie detector, since the comment section's going off about who's lying here, which I love. I honestly would much rather be in the comment section than on the show making all these on the fly adjustments here. But if you were put under a lie detector, dare I say, your undersman might come out, and you might even be tempted by the under 3.5.
Never in my life. Okay.
Also, the juice on points has gone up. So MPJ, is the gig up, or is it the jig? The jig. The jig is the jig up.
That doesn't really apply here because that's more of like we were being bamboozled, and now the jig is up.
Right.
It's like, is the book out would have been the phrase you were looking for. Is the book out on MPJ?
Is the book out, yeah.
Okay, so here's what I have for you. Last time these two teams met, MPJ had 5 threes. There is an asterisk. Yes, 5 made threes, 8 attempted threes, which we like to see. Yeah. The asterisk is that it went to double overtime.
Double OT.
But I remember him hitting 1 3 in overtime because he hit 1 to tie it up. The question is, did he hit 2 in overtime? I don't think he did. No, he didn't, because remember, he went into overtime, the first overtime, with 18 points. We needed him to go over 21.5. He finished with 21. Let me double check. Right. Yes, he finished with 21. Yeah. So he only hit 1 3 in overtime. So he hit 4 threes in regulation against the Memphis Grizzlies last time. So in the very thin margin between bet the mortgage or don't bet it at all, I'm going bet the mortgage.
Wow. And Zach agrees amazingly. Okay. I think I'm with you. I mean, you got to keep hitting the overs, even with the adjustment. Now, as far as the points go, does the adjustment scare you there?
No.
2.5 now, Ryan, at minus 137.
The adjustment makes me feel even more confident in him there. I just think that he's going to – I think that MPJ evolved like a Pokemon. And he went from like I can't remember any Pokemon off the top of my head. But he's Charizard now, just spitting flames. He went from Charmander to Charizard.
Wow.
And
that's an evolution right there.
Yeah, now he only spits flames. He's massive and shiny with like the holographic stuff on there. And he's just a superstar now. So I expect the Nuggets to slowly but surely. I thought it would happen sooner. It's not going to happen because when Jamal went down, they were like, cool, we'll just run the Jokic-Barton 2-man game now. Well, that's out of the cards now. So now they're going to have to figure out the Jokic-Porter 2-man game. And I am absolutely positively here for it. So, yeah, there's pretty much no number from a points perspective that I wouldn't take.
Yeah, I guess I like that take. You almost make me feel better about that than the threes, and I think it's a Jokic points night as well, over 26.5. If you need a replacement pick because the Zion prop isn't up yet, it'll be up before the game starts. There you go. Take Jokic over 26.5. Now, finally, our listeners rewarded for waiting this long between leg 1 and leg 2, Ryan, because I am happy to report the Rockies under 5 innings that I gave out has moved from 3.5 to 4.5 because everyone assumes the Rockies are going to be on fire with Jeff Bridich no longer with the team. I think the under in the first 5 is still hot. The Rockies have been incredibly well in the first 5 innings. Actually, one of the 3 best at hitting the under in the first 5 in the entire major. So sign me up. I love the line adjustment, and I'm happy to take that under right there.
Yeah, I have included the Rockies in a parlay on the money line because of the Jeff Bridich news. Plus 175. Yeah, the vibes are immaculate. So I've heard in the clubhouse. So I'm gonna have to get a piece of that and get in on some Rockies money line action tonight. Even though they are in the place where Colorado baseball teams go to die, San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the part that scares me. And now, maybe this is a little too in the weeds, but how's Austin Gomber going to take this? The man of the Nolan trade.
He's the one person. The one person who's not happy.
One dude. Exactly. Now he's on the mound.
Everyone's like high-fiving. They're like, ding dong, Bridich is dead. And Gomber's just in the corner. Like, that was my only friend here. No, I don't think he feels that way. It is super weird that Jeff Bridich made a franchise-defining trade and then just quit a couple months later. But that just kind of lines up with the coward that he is. Anyways, speaking of Austin Gomber, yesterday I'm out at ThriftCon, Dre, which is a vintage t-shirt, vintage gear festival, you could call it.
You're kidding me.
No.
You were at ThriftCon, yes. Oh, right, it's Sunday. It feels like every day of the week right now. Okay. Yes, it's Sunday. That makes more sense. So
I'm out at ThriftCon and, looking for some sweet cops and run into none other than Austin Johnson, diehard listener, one of the Austins.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's incredible.
He came up and said, well, I was looking a throwback. Remember the original Avs third jersey? The one with the Colorado across in diagonal letters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I found one of those. It was Chris Drury, which was extra dope.
No.
And it was a solid price, which is extra dope. Then I put it on. Someone whoever the previous owner was, had tried to hem the sleeves so they wouldn't be baggy, and just absolutely massacred the thing. I was like, why does it fit so weird? And then I saw the added stitch lines, and I was like, oh, so you ruined it. So that was sad.
Yeah, that's really sad. What a cop. I was excited, but so yeah, I got some tremendous omens. I think bet the house on the Rockies first 5 money line. That's again Bridich or not, he is the man who built this bullpen, and there's no getting around that. So I do get scared innings 6 through 9.
That is true. The new unnamed GM is not going to be able to fix that. Before 8 o'clock.
No, that's going to take a minute. Could it be though, in the house of horrors that is wherever the Giants like to play?
That would be AT&T Park?
Yeah, right. Could it be small ball Rockies time? If you enjoy the small ball Rockies more than us, is there some value in Garrett Hampson plus 450 to steal base tonight?
Oh, I love me a Garrett Hampson stolen base prop. Yeah, there's definitely some value in there. It's plus 450 is the value. I'm in. Count me in on Garrett Hampson to steal a base. Trey, I forgot to tell everyone this morning about the absolute horror show that was UFC. Best card I think I've ever seen. Worst betting results I think I've ever seen. It was a very bittersweet night. I'm like, when you day drink and then you're hungover at night instead of the next day. So I was like hungover from the DNVR golf tournament and just like laying in bed watching UFC on my phone, and then just like hastily made like 7 bets and just lost them all of them. My account got halved as I was laying in bed on Saturday night. It is 3-0 St. Louis.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. This is why we waited on the live jump in. It was going to go one way or another, and
we made the right call. I'm telling you, I've never made a smarter decision because I could tell from the vibes on Twitter without even seeing a second of ice time that this was headed to hell in a handbag. I think that's a real phrase.
It took me 2 finger motions of scrolling Twitter to establish.
Yes. Okay. So the vibes are the opposite of good in Avs world tonight.
Right.
But should we see what the live line is now?
I'm sure it's extra juicy. Extra juicy.
Plus 750. When will they turn it around?
Parlayed with Avs and Rockies and Nuggets.
Let's see how many scrolls of Twitter it takes me to realize I don't want to do this one.
Oh wow, puck line moved to +3.
From Rudo. Oh well, this game ain't it.
Oh man, this is like some of the soundest live betting advice you can ever receive.
Yeah, you posted a GIF of just a dog that just looks completely befuddled.
Wow.
Earlier, worst period of the season for McKinnon? ? So yeah, just don't touch it. We can, yeah. Okay. Now that we've moved on from the Avs, the last thing we need to hit on here is the glorious Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
So we talked about MPJ, obviously. I guess we already hit on the Nuggets quite a bit.
We've hit some.
Let's talk results. I already like the Rockies money line tonight, and the Nugs are 4-point favies, or -177 on the money line. Is that our all Colorado parlay, or first five money line and Nuggets money line?
Now, Ryan, you've been big on this not all year, but for the last 2 weeks, you've been very tuned into the tough matchups for the Nuggets. You're also oddly, maybe not noted, but a below the surface John Morant hater.
John Morant's denier.
Nice, love that. Does, with yet another guy on the perimeter out in Thrill, does Ja scare you?
Well, I don't know.
Those Grizzlies have been pesky.
I don't know if you've heard this, but just around the league, a lot of people are calling Shaq Harrison the jaw stopper, or the jawbreaker. So
that's a good one.
File that one away for the game if he gets like 2 stops in a row. So yeah, a lot of people are saying that more minutes for Shaq Harrison, less points for Ja, and the mediocre supporting cast that he has around him in Memphis. I feel like the Avs are having the opposite effect right now, where like they had everything was going for them, and then it all started going against them, and they're hitting the lull part. The Nuggets, I feel like, are ready with this like us against the world, like double middle finger type of thing going, which I super respect. So until I see the wheel start to fall off, and to be honest, like this thing is going down the tracks and it is making some sounds. But
no doubt,
the wheels seem to still be on the axles, and I think we have to ride it while we can.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're kind of finding ways to motivate each other. AG being traded for was a huge boost, rallying behind the Jamal injury, and MPJ raising his level after Thrill's injury is kind of helping. So, yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. But I think that's a pretty solid assessment by you. So I approve. I approve.
Okay. I said this last week or whatever after Jamal went down, and I was like, Michael Porter Jr. doesn't seem like one of those guys who, like, he's just like, he was playing perfect in his role. For me, it's like, give him more shots, get more points. It's like a very 1-for-1 type of thing. Like, every night he shoots over 50%, at least 40% from three. Yeah. And so the more shots he gets, it just adds more points for him. I feel like, gosh, one time in a sport that I won't name because I really don't want the off chance that this person knows who they are being talked about. One time I was playing a sport and I accidentally ran into one of my teammates. We were both like scuffed up a little bit. He ended up being hurt, but he was really bad. And so like one of my other teammates, like I didn't feel this way, but one of my other teammates was like, I think you might have done us a favor. And I wonder if there's a part of MPJ that's like, oh, more people get hurt, more shots for me. That's just fine.
Well, maybe not as selfishly as you made it sound. Right. But yes, I do think he's like, okay, time for me to just take it to another level.
I just think like part of him is like, oh, now coach will finally realize that I need 20 shots a night. Right.
Yeah. Well, they're coming. They're coming.
Speaking of coming, Avs goal, Nathan McKinnon against the slanderous Twitter folk. He's coming back for him.
Let's go. Nice. And that gets Makar a shot on the board. Love to see that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Love to see a shot. Does he get his point? No.
I don't ever want to hear you say, speaking of coming ever again.
Wow, this
traumatized for life after that.
Sorry that you didn't get an assist on that. That was Burakovsky and Landeskog on the assist. Ali apparently wants us to talk about the bar schedule. Oh yeah, okay. Thursday. We will have DNVR Draft Day live. It is coming up so fast. It felt like when we started planning this, it was like 10 years away, and I was like, okay, yeah, we'll figure that out later. And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh, it's Thursday, and it was like, oh God, all right, it's coming up on us.
Yeah, it's coming fast. It's coming real fast, and we can't wait to get into all these props with Juan Pablo and the boys. As you were saying on leg one, Wednesday is going to be a big episode for that. Obviously, we will be live and everything. And right now on DraftKings, Ryan, if you, what is it, first quarterback to to be a quarterback?
There it is. If you put $1 on the first pick to be a quarterback, which is literal, there's a 0% chance anything else could happen. $1 on that, you can get $100 in free bets from DraftKings Sportsbook, which is a hell of a deal if you're not on it already. Get in on it. Yes, you have to be a new member. But there's all sorts of other great juice to get in on with the draft. And of course, when you're a new member, you can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 when you use the code DNVR. Of course, you must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough and restrictions to apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. All right, the Avs are back, baby.
Let's go.
Is it time to get in?
What are the Twitter vibes?
Yeah, the Twitter vibes are either like, oh, the Avs have some life, or like, oh, lucky shot. Can't believe the goalie didn't save that. Mac is still having a terrible game.
Yeah, no, and what I come back to is there's yo-yos in goal, So
yeah,
I
know they're probably not going to be able to hold them at 3. You wouldn't think.
I mean, that's why they don't care. Once the Doobster came into the mix,
okay,
gives you some life.
This is important. This is an important update. Okay. This is the GIF usage from Rudo, which has me intrigued. See, he also is intrigued. He's like, oh, do we have a game here? Oh, Allie's in.
Let's go.
She just hammered the money line.
And we're going
I did it. We're going positive energy all the way.
If you're going
if
live,
we're going positive energy, I'm not going to not go positive energy.
But if you're going big and you're going in on this live abs line, just parlay it with Nugs and Abs.
Oh, with Nugs and Rocks?
Let's go all, right. And Rocks. Let's go all in. Or Rocks.
Thanks for telling me that after I already said I was in.
I already got in as well, so you don't have to worry.
All right. Well, I don't feel like parlaying at all. It's all a mess. I won't. Good things wouldn't happen.
All right. Well, this has officially been our worst show of the year. So we are to this show as Nathan McKinnon was to the first period. So let's just hope that our bets are better than our performance here today.
Let's hope. Best of luck, guys. You'll need it tonight.
All right. See you guys later.